Paul Pogba's return delayed again? French midfielder hit with another injury blow as long wait for Monaco debut continues. Paul Pogba's long-awaited return to football has hit another snag after the midfielder suffered a minor thigh strain in training. Having not played an official game since 2023 due to a doping ban, the plan for the 32-year-old to make his Monaco debut this month is now in serious doubt, adding to his frustrating comeback trail as he targets a return to the national team ahead of the World Cup. Thigh strain threatens to rule out planned return. Pogba's highly anticipated debut for Monaco may be put on hold after the midfielder suffered a fresh injury in training, according to Nice-Matin. The France international was expected to make his return to competitive action against Angers on October 18th, but a minor muscle strain in his right thigh has now compromised his involvement. The club has confirmed the setback but specified that the issue is not related to the knee problems that have plagued him in the past. Frustration grows after 2 years out. This latest blow is another frustrating chapter in Pogba's long road back to professional football. The World Cup winner has not played a competitive match since September 2023, having served an 18-month doping suspension before signing for the League One club at the end of June 2025. His return was initially penciled in for last week's derby against Nice before being pushed back to the Angers fixture to allow for more recovery time, a precaution that has been justified by this new muscular problem. Debut to come under new management. Adding another layer of complexity to his comeback, Pogba will not play under the manager who brought him to the club. Adi Hutter, who signed the Frenchman, was sacked by Monaco earlier this week. This means that whenever Pogba is finally fit to make his debut, it will be under a new head coach, who is yet to be appointed. What next for Pogba and Monaco? With the planned return against Angers now in serious doubt, there is no new timeline for Pogba's debut. The club's medical staff are monitoring the thigh strain closely, and a decision on his availability will be made in due course. For now, the former Manchester United star's long wait for a return to the pitch continues, with both player and club hoping this is only a minor delay on his path to redemption. Man Utd's Kobbie Mainoo transfer stance to be tested as Napoli update emerges. The young midfielder was linked with a loan move away from Manchester United in the summer and has continued to attract interest heading into the new year. Kobbie Mainoo has continued to attract interest ahead of January transfer window. Napoli sporting director Giovanni Manna is still keeping tabs on Manchester United midfielder Kobbie Mainoo as the January transfer window approaches. The 20-year-old ace tried to secure a loan switch in the dying embers of the summer window, but United blocked his exit. Mainoo had no desire to quit his boyhood club on a permanent basis and simply wanted a temporary spell elsewhere to guarantee game time this season. Italian giants Napoli showed interest, but it's understood the youngster has been grafting away at Carrington to win over United boss Ruben Amorim, who has thrown down the gauntlet for him to up his standards. The midfielder has even switched his personal chef at home and enlisted a private coach during September's international break in a bid to elevate his performances. He needs to fight for his place, Amorim warned previously. We need Kobbie. I understand that the players who aren't playing in this moment are disappointed. You have to fight during the week. With the January window looming, Napoli are still reportedly interested in the England international. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, sporting director Manna is still tracking the midfielder's situation and holds his abilities in high regard. Despite failing to sign him last summer, Napoli reportedly see themselves as the perfect platform for Mainoo to flaunt his skills ahead of the World Cup next year. However, it's reported that any potential January deal would not include a buy option. Kobbie Mainoo during Man United's 2-1 win over Chelsea. Sky Sports also reported this week that Napoli are still in touch with the midfielder's representatives. Should Mainoo make the move to the Serie A club, he'd be joining ex-Reds teammate Scott McTominay in Naples, where McTominay has rapidly become a crowd favorite. Liverpool, Bayern Munich set demand to sanction transfer for priority Mo Salah replacement. Bayern winger Michael Ollis could be Liverpool's Mo Salah replacement. According to reports, Bayern Munich have set a demand for Liverpool target Michael Ollis, who could replace Mohamed Salah at Anfield. In this summer's transfer window, Liverpool were comfortably the biggest spenders in Europe as they invested around £400 million to secure their top targets. The Reds broke the British record transfer twice to sign Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak, with the latter player joining the club from Newcastle United for around £125 million. Liverpool also landed Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez and Giovanni Leone, but they were poor before the international break as they lost 3 consecutive away games. Arne Slot's side will eventually click as they have loads of quality at their disposal, but they could also be active in next year's transfer windows. Liverpool are likely to prioritize a new centre-back and a centre midfielder in the coming months, though they could also sign a winger to be Salah's long-term replacement. Earlier this year, Salah penned a new 2-year deal to commit his future to Liverpool until 2027, but he has made a slow start to this campaign. Ollis currently appears to be their preferred target to replace Salah, as the former Crystal Palace star has been a revelation at Bayern Munich. The 23-year-old has 5 goals and 6 assists in his 10 appearances for Bayern Munich in all competitions this season, though his future is in doubt as Bayern Munich have indicated that they are keen to tie him to a new contract and ward off interest from elsewhere. The Daily Mail's Lewis Steele has confirmed that Ollis to Liverpool in 2026 is one to watch. Yes, there is a chance. Confidential has reported before how Ollis, the Bayern Munich forward, is certainly one to watch for next summer. Albeit it is nothing more than that at this stage, Steele said. He added, Ollis could definitely be an option in the summer. Watch this space. Spanish outlet Fichajes, meanwhile, are reporting that Bayern Munich have set the demand of a record €150 million, £130 million fee for Ollis, which is above the price paid by Liverpool to sign Isak. Kind of killed me, Bukayo Saka, starting to feel good again, after continuing injury redemption with stunning England goal in Wales victory. Bukayo Saka is starting to feel good again, after continuing his injury comeback on the international stage with an England goal. The Arsenal superstar sent Wembley into raptures with a thunderous strike as the Three Lions swept aside Wales 3-0 in a commanding friendly victory that had redemption written all over it. England blitz Wales in early storm. England flew out of the gates like a side possessed. Barely 3 minutes in, Morgan Rogers, the Aston Villa midfielder making his mark, struck a clean, first-time finish past Karl Darlow to give Tuchel's men the lead. Mark Gahey was in the mood for assists, setting up Rogers for the opener before turning provider again moments later. His header inside the 6-yard box allowed Ollie Watkins, deputizing for the injured Harry Kane, to poke home from close range and make it 2-0 inside 11 minutes. Then came Saka's moment. He trapped a fast pass from Ezri Konsa before cutting inside, and with a swift swing of his left boot, the ball rocketed off his instep and dipped viciously into the top corner. The Wembley crowd erupted as the Arsenal winger grinned from ear to ear, the look of a man finally free from pain and frustration. From pain to perfection, Saka roars back in style. After months battling a hamstring injuries that forced him to miss England's March and September fixtures, Saka announced his return to the international fold with an emphatic reminder of his brilliance. A month ago, he was sidelined, questioning his body's limits. Now, he's the beating heart of both Arsenal and England once again. I started this season by picking up an injury, which kind of killed me a bit, but I'm starting to feel good again, he said post-match. I'm still not at my sharpest, but I'm starting to feel good again, and I've scored in the last 3 games, so I'm happy with that and want to continue like that. I've missed a lot of England games, especially under Thomas Tuchel, as well, and I haven't scored for a while either, so to come back and put the ball in the back of the net is a special feeling and one I'm really excited about. While some might fear the competition for attacking spots under Tuchel, Saka relishes it. With players like Jarrod Bowen, Cole Palmer, and Jack Grealish all battling for wing positions, the Arsenal ace says it only fuels his drive. It's pretty new to me, but at the same time, like I said, it's fair and it's healthy and it's only going to get the best out of me and any other players that are around me, he said. It's just about us pushing each other and trying to get each other to perform at the highest level. A record-breaking gunner. Saka's goal wasn't just another Wembley wonder, but it was also historic. His strike took his England tally to 13 goals, making him Arsenal's highest-scoring men's player in Three Lions history, overtaking Cliff Baston's long-standing record of 12. It was almost poetic that the record came 5 years to the day since Saka made his England debut, also against Wales, back in October 2020. For Arsenal, it's another badge of pride. Few players have carried the Gunners' flag for England as proudly or as productively as Saka. In surpassing names like Baston and Ian Wright, he's etched his name in both club and national folklore. Tuchel's England roll on. After demolishing Serbia 5-0 in Belgrade last month, the Three Lions sit top of Group K in World Cup qualifying. 5 wins from 5, 13 goals scored, none conceded. Tuchel's men are playing with swagger, balance, and belief, the hallmarks of a potential world champion. Next up for Tuchel's side is a trip to Latvia on Tuesday night, where they'll aim to extend their perfect run in Group K. England cruised past the same opponents 3-0 at Wembley earlier this year, thanks to goals from Reece James, Harry Kane, and Ebereki Eze. Saka will be looking to continue with his rich vein of form. The months of pain, the lonely rehab sessions, the doubts, All got washed away by one swing of his boot at Wembley on Thursday evening. Rodrigo sends message to Arsenal and Liverpool after summer transfer links. Rodrigo was linked with a move away in the summer. Rodrigo has opened up on his future at Real Madrid after a summer in which he was heavily linked with a move to either Arsenal or Liverpool. The Brazilian's future at Real came under heavy speculation after the summer, following the arrival of new boss Xabi Alonso. The 24-year-old featured sparingly throughout the Club World Cup, which only further heightened the suggestion that he could be sold over the summer. Arsenal and Liverpool were both credited with interest in Rodrigo, although a potential deal for the forward never appeared to progress at any great rate. And both clubs eventually opted to explore deals for other attacking targets, with the Gunners signing Ebereki Eze and Noni Madueke, while the Reds swooped for Alexander Isak, Hugo Ekitike and Florian Wirtz. Rodrigo has still found playing opportunities limited at Real this season, starting just 2 matches in all competitions. But the Brazilian insisted he has never felt any great desire to leave the club throughout the summer and beyond. Every summer, the same thing happens to me. Whether I'm going to leave or whether I have offers from this club or that, he told the Spanish publication AS. Arsenal and Liverpool were linked with the Brazilian. Every week, I was in a team if I paid attention to what was published. Of course, there are always offers. I'm not going to lie about that. But I always made it clear to the club that I want to continue succeeding here, even more than I already have. It's a lot to have won 2 Champions Leagues at my age, but now I want more European Cups in this shirt. I've always said, as long as Real Madrid wants me, I'll be here. If one day Real Madrid says to me, Rodri, find a team, I'll say, okay. But that hasn't happened. The club has always told me they count on me. The Brazilian has started just 1 league game this season. And when I had a problem, they were there for me. People speculated because I kept quiet. But I knew what I was going to do this season with Real Madrid and that I'm going to be focused on giving my best. It hasn't bothered me. I was calm, and here I am, as always. This is my 7th season. Rodrigo also opened up about his discussions with new boss Alonso surrounding his playing time and preferred role in the Real side. When the manager arrived, he called me in to talk and said, I know you like playing on the left, but I'm going to need you in other positions too, he said. I told him, okay manager, I'm here to help the team. Everyone knows I prefer playing on the left and that I'm much better on that wing, but I'm always available to the team to play on the right or as a number 9, and I told him so. The truth is, he's only putting me on the left, and I like the level of minutes I'm getting. I'm doing well, although, logically, I want to play more. I'm in a process of evolution, and I'm getting better and better, and I feel happy. I'm performing better and better.